The vast Asian steppe was defined by brutal anarchy. Raiding, theft, and revenge were the only laws, locking tribal groups in endless, self-destructive cycles. The man who would challenge this chaos was born Temüjin, son of Yesugei, a minor chieftain of the Borjigin clan. But at the age of 9, his fate was brutally sealed. Yesugei was poisoned by a rival tribe, the Tatars. The consequences were immediate and catastrophic. Yesugei's followers abandoned his widow Hö'elün and her 7 young children, leaving them exposed and defenseless. Temüjin was instantly stripped of his inheritance and authority, becoming a hunted exile. His mother, Hö'elün, was forced to raise her children on roots, fish, and berries, instilling in them a rigid, ruthless survival ethic. The trauma continued when Temüjin, barely a teenager, committed his first great act of cold-blooded ruthlessness. He murdered his older half-brother, Bekhter, during a dispute over a freshly killed bird. This incident demonstrated that Temüjin placed his own survival and authority above kinship, a principle that would define his later rule. Soon after, he was captured by the Tayichi'ud tribe. He was forced to wear a kang, a heavy wooden stock used for prisoners, which locked his hands and neck. This public humiliation lasted until he made a daring nighttime escape, hiding in a river until a sympathizer rescued him. These early years were a crucible. Temüjin learned 2 crucial lifelong lessons. Never trust traditional inherited loyalty, and the only path to survival is absolute consolidated strength. His first critical alliance was his marriage to Bekhter, which was strategic, cementing a pact with her family, the Hongirad. His deep bond with Jamuka, a blood brother Anda, was initially his greatest asset. But the kidnapping of Bertie by the Merkids shortly after their marriage was the final catalyst. To retrieve his wife, Temüjin was forced to call in powerful favors, raising a coalition and engaging in his first major campaign, proving his tactical skill. Following the defeat of the Merkids, the alliance between Temüjin and Jamuka fractured. Jamuka favored the old tribal ways, raiding and decentralized authority. Temüjin, hardened by his youth, demanded unified purpose and permanent law. This philosophical split led to open war. Temüjin's path to unification was defined by ruthlessness and foresight. He systematically incorporated his defeated enemies directly into his own forces, ignoring tribal lineage and rewarding personal merit. The ultimate demonstration came after the decisive defeat of the Tatar tribe, where he executed every male taller than a wagon wheel, ensuring the complete end of the blood feud that had cost him his father. The final rivals were the powerful Khariids and the sophisticated Nyaman. After relentless campaigning, Jamuka, who had repeatedly betrayed Temüjin, was captured by his own followers and delivered to the victor. Temüjin refused to execute Jamuka himself, but granted him an honorable, bloodless death, a symbolic act signaling the absolute end of the anarchic era. In 1206 AD, at a great tribal gathering, the Kurultai, Temüjin declared the unification of all tribes and was proclaimed Genghis Khan, or universal ruler. This moment formally ended the steppe's cycle of chaos. The army's supreme battle standard, the Black Banner's Solde, symbolizing the spirit of the empire, was raised, a political and spiritual claim to absolute destiny. His immediate actions were institutional. He organized the entire army, a fighting force of approximately 105,000 men. He purposefully mixed men from different tribes within units, irrevocably breaking ancient loyalties to the clan. All promotions were based on merit and bravery, not noble birth. Men like Subutai and Jebi, who would become the Khan's most trusted generals, rose from humble backgrounds, proving the system's effectiveness. He created the Keshig, his elite imperial guard, consisting of 10,000 soldiers drawn from the sons of high-ranking commanders, a brilliant system of political hostages that guaranteed the loyalty of the nobility. Genghis Khan codified the Yasa, the unwritten law, which mandated unwavering loyalty and absolute discipline. If one man in a unit of 10 retreated, the other 9 were executed. This extreme accountability created unparalleled cohesion. The core strength was mobility and logistics. Each soldier maintained a string of 4 to 5 sturdy Mongol ponies, allowing the army to move 60 to 100 miles a day. They sustained themselves through the Nerj Great Hunt, an annual exercise that doubled as live-fire training for their signature encirclement tactics. Finally, he established the Young Network, a continent-spanning postal relay system that enabled instantaneous command and control across the vast empire, the ultimate strategic advantage. The army's main weapon was the composite recurve bow, capable of a draw weight exceeding 100 pounds, giving their horse archers lethal power at long range. The machine was built. The loyalty was guaranteed. Genghis Khan now turned his attention to the south. Lying between the Mongols and the riches of China was the Western Xia dynasty, a sophisticated, settled kingdom protected by massive, well-fortified cities. They were about to become the proving ground for the fastest-growing empire in world history.